Joyce versus Joseph Parker. This is a good fight. I'm going to give my prediction quite quick. It's quite evenly matched. It's an evenly matched fight, this. Really evenly matched. I think Joseph Parker has a lot of experience. He's fought a lot of good fighters. And he's looked good. But to me, Joseph Parker is more like a cruiser. He is a cruiser, he was a cruiser, and that shows in a lot of fights. He's got like MMA style of hand speed, sort of, but he never quite does it for me. He gets decisions against Chisora twice, and he's not a complete knockout artist at heavyweight. He has no effect there. So the decision is quite simple. I think Joyce shuts him out. He has the reach advantage. He's a little patient, and that could allow Joseph Parker to come in and, utilise his footwork and movement and busy him. But I think if you have a good jab against Joseph Parker and box pretty smart, you're on the way to victory. And to me, Joyce will do that. He did it against Dubois, who was a lot slower, but I don't think Joseph Parker has the tools to stop Joyce. I really don't. I feel like he's ineffective at heavyweight when it comes to power. He does enough to look good, but when it comes to power and troubling somebody who, has got experience and has fought Usyk in the amateurs, I do feel like Joyce is going to get the job done here, guys. I feel like he's going to get the job done, and it's going to be tough in areas, but I've got to go with Joyce on this one. I think he's got I always say fundamentals. He's got the cool head. He's patient. Everyone says he doesn't let his hands go and he's slow. But if you've got a good jab and you stalk around and you're hard to knock out, which Joyce is, then you don't really need to let your hands go much. If you can establish the jab and stalk your prey. And that's exactly what Joyce does. He's quite calm, collected, patient, doesn't rush. And that's the ingredient of a good heavyweight. And he's fighting a blown-up cruiser. And there's no bigger example of a blown-up cruiser than Joseph Parker, who, let's be honest, his last real fight where he looked semi-decent was against Andy Ruiz. And he struggled in that. Against Andy Ruiz. And we know Joshua went on against Andy Ruiz, but they're similar stature. Joyce has a big stature, a big frame, timing, a clear head, a cool head. And I think Joyce is going to get the job done quite comfortably, guys. I think this is, it sounds like a 50-50 on paper. It's come across like that. But Joseph Parker, for me, is not a heavyweight. He's not a heavyweight. He's a cruiserweight. Without Usyk gets away with it because Usyk has the skills. Joseph Parker doesn't have all that skill. He has pretty good hand speed, decent agility. He's rough, he's tough, he can come forward. But I think you need more than that at this level, especially at heavyweight. You need to have that knockout punch. And at heavyweight, Joseph Parker doesn't. As showed. Who's he knocked out? There's your answer. I don't think he's knocked anybody out at heavyweight. Chisora, nope, never knocked him out. Fought White, I think. Did he fight White and struggle? He's fought Chisora twice. I think he's fought White. I've lost my path with him because, unfortunately, he is a good fighter and he does well on British soil. And he looks good in fights. But that's not enough at heavyweight. You have to knock people out. So I don't see how he's going to knock Joyce out unless the movement is, too much for Joyce. I'm going with Joyce. I think he might stop Parker, actually. But I'm going to go with Joyce on a unanimous decision. Not a split. I think it'll be a unanimous. I think Joyce has got enough. He's quite, he's got a great amateur background now. He has fought Usyk in the past. He looked really good against Daniel Dubois, really patient, and I just think the size is just going to be too much for Parker. as it was when he fought Joshua, as it was when he's for other fighters. He just doesn't capture my imagination, Joseph Parker. On paper, he looks like this little, mini Tyson at heavyweight. He's not even a David Tua, and David Tua was a proper, New Zealand heavyweight who could knock people out. He's not like that. His last knockouts were probably at cruiser. He's not a killer at heavyweight for me, Joseph Parker, and this should be a good win for Joe Joyce. Tell me what you think, guys. Pop your comments under there. I am 121 and 20 on fight predictions. So yeah, tell me what you think. Is this a mismatch, or is this going to be an even fight? I wouldn't say it's a mismatch, because Joseph Parker's got a decent-ish record all round, but at heavyweight, he's not effective. I don't feel he's not as effective as he should be for a cruiser with speed. It gets negated. Pace, he's just come, he's had a few good decisions in his last fight, but no, to me, if you're just getting over Derek Chisora, who is a tough fighter at heavyweight and well rugged and experienced, I think Joyce has got the good fundamentals and the boxing IQ to deal with it. And he's got the size and the reach. Too many factors weighing Joe Joyce's, apart from massive inexperience in front of a huge crowd. That's probably the only thing that goes against him. Parker has that. I still go with Joe Joyce to do a decent, tidy number on him over the 12. Unanimous, Joe Joyce. Pop your comments in there. Peace. Subscribe.